Salam and welcome to Chai Time Lessons Learn Urdu Episode 4. मेरा नाम इंस्ट्रक्टर सारा है और मैं आपकी उस्तानी होंगी. For this lesson, we'll be going over long vowels. First, we'll go over the sound each long vowel makes. Second, we'll go over the initial, medial, and final positions of the long vowels. Finally, we'll do some exercises on how to read and write words. There are 3 short vowels, with zabr, zer, and pesh, which make the sounds a, e, and u. There are 7 long vowels. We'll start off with the vowel that uses alif. This makes a long ah sound. In the initial position, we have alif with a squiggly line on top, alif mad, and your letter in front of it. This makes a long ah sound. So this word is am. Am is mango. Notice that if you have a zabr on top of the alif, this would be am. But because it has the squiggly line on top of it, which makes it a long vowel, it becomes am. The difference is am and am. For the medial position, we have the word sara. Sara. This is the name, and it's Instructor Sara's name. And the alif connects to the letter before it. Sara. For the final position, we have the word tisra. Tisra. Now, this word has an alif at the end. It can connect if it had a connecting letter before it, but it doesn't have it, so tisra. Tisra. This word means third. There are 3 long vowels that use the letter wow. The first one makes the sound oo. Ooh. It's not oo, it's ooh. So, in the initial position, we have a pesh on top of the letter before it and a vowel in front of it. This makes the sound ooh. The word we'll use is upar. Upar. This word means above. Upar. For the medial position, we have a pesh on the letter before it and a vowel. The word we'll use is dur. Dur. This word means far. Dur. And the final position is the same thing, a pesh on the letter before it and a vowel. We'll use the word daru. Daru. Daru means medicine. Daru. So this sound is basically the short oo sound, but in order to make it long, you need a vowel in front of the pesh. So the difference is with just a pesh, you have a short oo sound. But with a pesh and a vowel, it becomes a oo sound. Oo. Think of the vowel in front of it carrying on the sound. Next is the o sound. O. This is the same o as in home. Home. O, home. In the initial position, you have your alif and your vowel. The vowel does not have any short vowels on it. So, the first word is os. Os. Os means do. In the medial position, you have just the vowel. So the word here is dost. Dost. Dost means friend. In our final position, we end it with the vowel. The word here is go. Go. Go means two. So you have os, dost, and go. The last of the vowel long vowels is o. O. The first word for the initial position is or. Or. Or means and. You use this with a zabr and then a vowel. So you start with your alif, your zabr, and then your vowel. For the medial position, you have the word mosam. Mosam. Mosam with a zabr, then your vowel, and then the rest of your word. Mosam. For your final position, you have the word no. No. No means 9 in Urdu. So you have your zabr on the noon and your vowel. No. So, the last 2 vowels might be confusing, but o as in home and all as in Australia. O and O. O and O. Make sure you be careful with your combination of short vowel sounds and your long vowel sounds. So make sure that when you have your vowel, you use the appropriate zabar or pesh. Notice that there is no zer for the vowel sounds. The vowel sounds are U, O, and O. U, O, and O. Next are the vowel sounds with bariye. Bariye. So this first sound is E. E. For the initial position, it's an alif with bariye. The first word is ek. Ek. Ek means one. For the medial position, we just have bariye, and the word is mera. Mera. That means my. For the final position, you end it with bariye, and it's bache. Bache. Bache means children in Urdu. Our next vowel sound is something that sounds very similar. E. E. So the difference is E, your mouth should move upwards, E, and the second one is E. E. Your tongue should be open more. E. So for the initial position, you have a zabar, your alif, and you have your bariye. The word is asa. Asa. So this word means like this, or in this manner. Asa. For the medial position, you have a zabar on the letter before it, and you have your bariye. Your word is Kaisa. Kaisa. Kaisa means how. For the final position, you have your zabar and your bariye. And the word is he. He. He means is. The last one is the E sound. E. This one is spelled with choti ye. So, in order to make this in the initial position, on your alif, you have a zer. Zer and choti ye. The word we're using is eat. This means brick. For the medial position, you have your zer, you have your ye, and the word is tisra. Tisra. This means third in Urdu. For your final position, you just have choti ye. So the word is sabzi. Sabzi. This means vegetables. And there you have it. You have your 7 long vowels. So you'll notice that in the initial position, all of these use the alif to start it off. Well, if you use any other letter, then it will become a medial position. In the initial position, you can only use alif to make the sound u, a, e, o. Because if you added a letter, for instance, be, then it will become ba, bi, bu, ba, which makes it the medial position. Think of the letter alif as a malleable letter or as a base. You can add short vowel sounds or long vowel sounds in order to make it into whatever long vowel you want to make. So, let's do a little review before we go into forming. We have our 3 short vowels, zabar, zer, and pesh. These make the sounds a, e, and u. There are 7 long vowels, a, u, o, e, and e. These are made by combining short vowel markings and long vowel letters. We use alif, choti ye, bari ye, and vowel, zabar, zer, pesh to make the long vowels. So, get out your papers and pencils and practice with me. Feel free to pause at any time during the video. I'm going to give you letters and vowels, and we're going to combine them in order to make words. Make sure you sound out the word that you think it is before I say it out loud. First, we have alif with the long vowel sound of alif mud on top and be. This sounds out to make op, op. Op means the formal version of you in Urdu. Op. Next, we have pe, zer, choti ye, and re. This sounds out to make peer. Peer. Peer means Monday. Next we have mim, zer, noon, and te. This sounds out to make mint. Mint. This means minute in Urdu. Next we have be, alif, ze, pesh, and vowel. This spells out to make bazu. Bazu. Bazu means arm in Urdu. This one's a little difficult. First we have noon, ze, choti ye, che, and badi ye. Can you guess what it is? It spells out to make niche. Niche. Niche means underneath or below. Niche. Next, you have alif, zabar, te, sin, waw, and se. This spells out to make afsos. Afsos. This means sorry. Afsos. Can you figure out the short vowels and long vowels from each word? We're going to be testing you in our end of the unit quiz. Make sure you study. Phew, that was difficult, right? But you're now finished learning the introduction to reading and writing Urdu. Congratulations. But there is bad news and there is good news. As you continue to practice and learn Urdu, you might find that some words don't have any vowel markers at all. And this can be because of exposure. As people get used to the sounds as they start to speak and read, they don't need to use the markers in order to figure out what the word is. They use it by context clues and what they believe what the word might be. So don't be discouraged if you find that you can't read these words at first. Over time, we're going to also stop using these markers as well. Think of them as training wheels on your bicycle. The good news is that once those training wheels are off, you don't have to deal with the complicated and time-consuming vowel markers anymore. So, it's good and bad the way that you look at it. In our next lesson, we'll be going over how to introduce ourselves. Make sure you keep practicing and I'll see you in episode 5. Bahut shukriya or Khuda Hafiz.